Hi, I thought I'd get the last little movie in Family Drama Month before February is over and I lose my opportunity. So this is my review of The Chair. Okay, so The Chair stars a lot of one-time actors. I just recently looked it up because I watched this movie a lot and I don't have time to watch it again and get a refresher completely on it. So I'm going to give you the gist of it. I'm going to warn you, I'm not sure if I want to give it 5 or 4 stars. So let's get to it. This movie is about a young girl named Danielle who is suffering from some sort of psychotic break and is dealing with a lot of shit. She just broke up with her boyfriend, her sister's being a sister, and she was at school. So she decides to move into this way too much of a house for her. It's got like so many rooms. It's an old Victorian. She decides to move into it, and spoiler alert, it's haunted. What were you expecting, right? Now, I really didn't want to give this film very much of very good rating at first, because I was like, here's another white girl moving into a haunted house movie. Ooh. And things got a little weird when in the first scene, or at least the first 30 minutes, after she's all moved in, she gets a voicemail from her boyfriend saying, I hear you got your shit together, so basically anytime you want to get back together, totally for it, and she ignores it. She goes upstairs, she takes a bath, and then she has some alone time, and I'm like, well, okay, this movie is going the exact opposite of where I think it's going to go. And there's another scene like that. So if you have a problem with female self-love, then you have a problem with it. I mean, I don't care about your problems. But Danielle, the lead character, and her sister Anna have a little bit of a back and forth, you know, because sisters, they're like annoying. They can't help it. And she is moving into this house that is haunted by a child murderer whose last name is Crow. And he thought of way clever ways to torture and kill small boys, inventing a panic chair that the more you breathe in and out, the tighter these binds that are wrapped around your middle and everywhere else get. So a long, sort of slow kind of possession takes place where Danielle is being seduced by the evil within the house, and she's having feelings she never had before, and she's staying in, like she's hardly going out and doing anything, and her sister's worried about her because she's going from totally vegan to eating cat food. Yeah, there's no meat in the house, and I know this is making like meat eaters sound evil, but it's just, that's one of the horror movie tropes, kind of like Midnight Meat Train. A vegan always starts wanting meat. So, her sister's worried about her and has her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, go over and check on her, which proves to be wrong because she's already possessed by now, and she's already making a plan for that cute little boy that's driving up and down the street on his bike. So her sister goes over, finds boyfriend dead, and she gets knocked unconscious and put in the panic chair. And the woman says to her, I'm sorry, Anna. It's not even me that wants you dead. It's Danielle that wants you dead. And so Anna finds a way to escape by falling over, and on a nail that's out of the floor, she turns her head and scrapes up her face pretty bad, knocks out Danielle, and ties her up sort of crappily, but she had to do what she could in such a short time. And then she goes and she does what she can, and here's where it gets kind of crappy. Here's the worst scene because it's dark. It's dark. It's just dark. It's dark in the way that it's like, well, we kind of ran out of the budget by the time we got to this scene. And it's just kind of unclear on what she does, because she said she looks at something in this video that Danielle found in her house. Danielle finds a lot of weird shit in this house. And goes out to Cornwall, as she says, I think. And she's expecting to find a big building there. A big building that's kind of like a university. And there's nothing but a field and trees as far as the eye can see. And then some guy randomly shows up and says, "Oh, I know what to do. Follow me. You're Danielle's sister, and like a white girl in a horror movie, trust some stranger." And guess what? They find where the body's buried, which, that's the thing, is it makes no sense. Why would this child molester's body be buried right out here in the middle of nowhere? Especially if there's no prison structure and it's just there. So that's where the part of the movie gets crappy, and it's kind of like they're like, how are we going to end this? Just write something. And that's the worst scene of the movie. The best scene of the movie brings out some of the best acting is when it's really taking over Danielle, and he's taking over her body and having fun with it, and she's descending into madness, and it's this long montage that does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you feel creepy. And it does its job. It makes you feel creepy from beginning to end. And that's the best scene, probably in a montage, where the crow guy, whose first name I can't remember, takes over Danielle. And the worst scene is where they're just like, alright, here's this. Oh, where's this building? That's the worst scene. I'm not sure whether to give it 4 stars or 5 stars, so I'm going to give it 4.5. Participation, pretty good star. Acting, I liked it. I don't care what anyone on Rotten Tomatoes says. Plot is the star that's only a half. That's the star that's only a half, because, like I just said, it went going, and then there's the wall. Script actually is good. All these people talk. They all have their own set of dialogue. Not everybody's doing like they do in Judd Apatow movies, where everybody from grandma to the little neighbor kid swears a bunch. Everyone is a unique character, script-wise, and they all talk to each other as if they've known each other forever. Did it actually scare me? Not like, oh my god. But it did get me going like, oh, she is not going to get out of this chair. Oh, dude, she's being creepy with that little boy. Well, I didn't see that last little bit coming, so I'm surprised. So anyway, 4.5 stars for The Chair. I recommend it. You can probably pick it up real cheap on Amazon. And, yeah, that concludes Family Drama Month. Okay.